By the end of this video, you'll learn everything you need to get started with Bunjia Rope Flow, what all the different moves there are, the basic idea of how to train them, and tips on how to progress. Woo! Let's go. If you are not familiar with what Bunjia Rope Flow is, we take the fundamentals of rope flow and then we add things on to them, like throwing, catching, whipping, spinning, and all these different things that it's really helpful to have handles on your rope. So I'm going to show you some ropes that I have here. This is your traditional rope to do rope flow. This is the RMT rope from the Weck method by David Weck, and this is good enough to get started. However, I would like to challenge and advise you to try to put some tape on your handles. You can use electrical tape. This will allow you to see the handles, because remember, with Bunjia, we're really focused on releasing, throwing, catching, whipping, spinning, all these things that require our handles to be able to be visible in the air. You can do them with a normal rope like this, where the handle is the same color as the rope. However, as it's spinning through the air, it may be hard to know where it is. It's not only hard for you to see where it is, it's also hard for your viewers to see where it is. So I like to use the tape, because when the tape is flying in the air with the colors, I can see it more. And that gives my eyes a visual reference point of where the handle is spinning through the air. What I like even more than the tape is balls. Balls as handles. For me, if I had to pick an object of a stick, of a knotted rope, or a ball to throw around in the air, I would pick the ball. Balls are natural to throw and catch, and that's why we use them. Okay, next thing we're going to talk about is the basics of rope flow. So Bunjia Rope Flow is built on the foundation of rope flow. In rope flow, you have three basic moves: the underhand, the drag and roll, and overhand. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to add in releases. How it works is when you're doing the underhand, when you get to one side, you can briefly let go of the handle, catch it, and keep spinning. With a normal rope, if you try to do it too many times in a row, it will get tangled. But with the Bunjia rope, we have swivels in our handles for this reason. There's a way around it where if you do have a rope like this or a rope like this, you can just hold this very loosely so the swivel is your hand, right? It still gets a little tangled up, right? And so it's a little harder. But possible, and you can still do it. With these releases, you have a few options. The easiest one, I think, is the underhand. When the rope is going towards the ground, you can take off your right hand on the right side, kind of toss it up into the air, and then catch it. On the left side, it would be with the left hand. When the rope starts to head towards the ground, you release the handle, catch it. It's just a little toss in the air. With the dragon, same thing. We can, as the rope's coming to the bottom, to the ground, we can let go of the handle, toss it in the air, catch it. We could do one hand or both hands. Another thing that's really important to know when practicing something like Bunjia, where you are letting go of your handles a lot or throwing them in the air, you're going to often drop them on the ground. This can get really annoying to bend over and pick it up every single time. So instead, if you drop it on the ground, try every single time. You have two options. One, hold it like this, pick it up, do a little swing, bam. This way, it makes the whole experience fun. You fail, so what? You can keep on going and you can get a little catching practice in there while you're at it. Another way is if you drop it and it flies, you can whip it up and then catch it. This works particularly well if it's farther away from you. You can go like that. Or if it's close to you, then it's easier to do this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add a handle flip to the mix. And that looks like this. This is that thing I did right there at the beginning. I'm flipping the handle like you would flip a water bottle, like those water bottle challenges. I'm taking it and I'm flipping it with my hand in the air, and then the rope will automatically bring it back to me. So let's watch that again. As the rope goes down, I'm going to flip it, catch. Now let's do that with the left hand. Flip, catch. Next up, we have whips and returns. With whips and returns, it'll look something like this, where I throw the handle, yank it back on the other side, and then I can keep going into other moves. You can learn this first by practicing every time you drop your handle and it goes onto the ground and you fling it back to yourself. That's the first step. The second step is to practice throwing your handle out, letting it drop as far away as you can, and then returning it back. Third step is to throw it all the way out. Wait for it to pull your other hand, and then do a little peek, and it'll come right back to you. Okay, tips on catching the handle. What you may learn is that when you're doing releases, it's a lot more difficult to actually catch exactly the handle. And it's a lot more easier to kind of just catch the rope and then just keep on going on and then slowly move your hand over the handle. When learning new tricks, you can go for it. If it's super hard for you, you can grab it like this, grab the handle, and instead of trying to fake it, just spin it around like that and then catch it again. Remember that move that we first learned when we mess up and the handle goes flying? We take it like this, catch it. Now we're going to add that in to the other moves. To take that even further, another thing we can do is instead of catching it with our hands like this, we can actually slide it on our arm. So as I'm here, I'm in dragon, I'm going to release my handle. It's going to do a handle flip, okay? And then instead of catching the handle, I'm going to have it slide off my hand, bring it back, and catch it. Slide, catch. Now, that's pretty cool, huh? You could do it on your arms, but you can also do it on your legs. I need to change directions here. I'm going to do a handle flip behind me. I'm going to come this way. I'm going to do a handle flip in front of me. Wait for it to come down, kick it with my foot, catch the handle, bring it back. Now, that might look really complicated, but once you learn the basics of catching the handle, practicing dropping it on the ground, swinging it around and catching it every single time over and over again, you'll be able to act and react pretty fast when this thing's flying through the air, whether you know you're gonna be able to catch the handle, catch the rope, do a little turn, or slide it off your hand, your leg, kick it, etc. Now that I went over all the different moves so far that have been addition to rope flow moves with this same device, with your same rope flow rope or a Bunjia Rope Flow, we can now add in tricks from rope dart, from poi. We can do jump rope moves, and we can go back and forth from them and do many different styles. Hammers, you may see people be doing this. You can also do that with the Bunjia rope. But what's really important is I want you to find your own style. All right, I hope you had a fun time today learning the basics of Bunjia Rope Flow, what makes it different than normal rope flow, all the different moves you can do, our different style of ropes, how you can add on things like jump roping, poi, meteor hammer, tips for progression, and last thing, you want to stay inspired, keep it going, follow us on our socials, follow other amazing athletes or flow artists on social medias. There's tons, there's hundreds of them. And check out this video. This will change rope flow forever. And thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you want more tutorial videos or just to see some awesome rope flow in my shorts. All right, till next time, see you later. I'm out.